What's up, everybody? It's me, at True Star Screamer, and we are looking at something kinda different today. I actually don't have anything of this on my Instagram, at True Star Screamer, though we have talked about this occasionally on the Figure Action Podcast, which you can catch every Thursday, not at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. But I digress. I mean, I'm not here to plug things. I'm here to talk about toys. And this is something very cool. This is from a company called Archecore, which is with Toys Alliance. Toys Alliance also do the Astrobots, which I should probably review one of those one day. Let me know in the comments if you want to see a review of an Astrobot, and while you're down there, of course, give me a thumbs up. I came across the Archecore figures when I was at TFCon in Baltimore about a year ago. Yeah, about a year ago. And I saw these before. In fact, Kato Toys had reviewed one. Deluxe Baldwin had reviewed them. When I first saw them, I actually thought they were from Joy Toy, who do the Warhammer 40k figures. But no, this is something entirely different. This is a complete original IP of theirs. I mean, I like 40k, but those Joy Toys, wow, those are insane expensive. These, though, again, they're not cheap. I'm going to say that right now. This is what I like to call an artisan line. It is definitely niche. It is awesome for what it is. You definitely have to like it for what it is. If this is not your thing, I totally will not be like, dude, you're missing out. No, it's not your thing. In fact, I didn't think this was going to be my thing until I handled one of these figures. And that's what we'll kind of be talking about. Now, this is their Starfell squad. Again, here, kind of showing the box here. Let's see, it's 1/135 scale. That is insane. These guys are tiny. We're not going to do our traditional size comparisons because, honestly, this doesn't really compare to anything from my 6-inch line. In fact, we'll go straight to the size comparison to kind of show you. This is a core class Soundwave. And he towers over them. So just to give an idea. So that's what 1/35th scale is. Smaller than a core class. I mean, I don't have any of the higher end Legends figures. That's not my thing. This was actually a gift. But just to kind of give you an idea, that's how tiny these are. Now those Joy Toy figures, those look pretty nice, but again, a little rich for my blood. These, though, these are borderline. This is the Starfell squad. You could get individual soldiers like the Vanguard. They've got basically close combat troops. They've got heavy weapons troops. And this is one of their heavy weapon troops right there. They also have probably one of the coolest vehicles out there called Frostlight. I'm not even going to bother to review it. T-Man 978's reviewed it. Jobby's reviewed it. Of course, Deluxe Baldwin has. So there's a lot of neat things in this line. And what we're kind of talking about is an overview of the line itself. Not only these guys are small, yes, but they are crazy posable. I mean, knee goes up to over almost 90 degrees. Yes, you have ankle tilt, pivot, the works there. Elbows, again, almost full 90. Your shoulders, they reach outward. You even have a butterfly joint in here. It's a small one, but he's got a butterfly joint. Waist swivel, heck of an ab crunch. One of the things I really like with these is the hips. They're not the full drop down per se, but you can swing the entire hips forward to make them get a little taller if you want to get more of an outward pose. So I can have him, just to kind of give an idea here. Yeah, there's your bicep swivel, by the way. Bring that forward. I mean, okay, that's not the most practical, but he can hit these kinds of poses. You compare this to something like a 3.75-inch figure, they ain't got nothing on that, actually. I'm liking that a little bit better. I mean, look at that massive hammer. And that's the other thing, the aesthetics to these. This is their Ursus Guard, which, you know, in Russia, Ursa is a, you know, you got Ursa Major and Ursa Minor. Ursa is a bear. So these guys are kind of bear-like. They're like your Berserker warriors. In 40K, you know, they have the, not the Ultramarines, but the, yeah, there is a wolf-themed 40K squad, which, believe it or not, it's right on the tip of my tongue. I'll remember it in a minute. But these are kind of like Vikings. All of them are. And I absolutely love it. There is beautiful attention to detail. I mean, you've got rivets in the armor, you know, various colors on the paint on here. I know this is the squad captain, so he's got a little more color. I'm going to put him back here for a second, and we're going to bring this guy in. You know, you've got your badge on here, coloring on the arm. But that's what kind of this, that's, how do I want to put this? They're good, but they're not flawless, of course. On a lot of the ones I have, I've actually taken time and I've actually dry brushed them. You know, I got the whole fun of painting a miniature, of adding a little more detail to it, weathering them. You can absolutely do that. These are very friendly for the customization. Jeez, look at this gun. I love it. It's got a freaking blade on the end of it. I love this. And of course, I've done a couple of these weapons where I've weathered a little more gunmetal onto it. They look great. I mentioned before, they've got the Frostlight vehicle. They also have 2 wolves that turn into cars, that also turn into arms for the Frostlight. I mean, this is a neat collection. The Starfell squad also comes with the banners. These can also be taken out from the stands and they can be held. They come with these anti-tank tank defenses. What else? Oh, I'm not going to go through all of it, but you've got a whole bag of additional hands that salute, point. They've got little pegs on here that we can put in the armor so they can actually have their weapons on their back. You can mix and match with them. The commanders, for example, they got capes. I could put a cape on this guy if I want. It's just a lot of fun. And that's probably the big thing about it. This line is fun. I have no idea the storyline with this. They've got another guard coming out that are all green soldiers. They've got some more knight, which are more your traditional soldiers types. They've got a sniper squad, which looks more like a crusader group. I've got them on pre-order. To give an idea, this whole set is about $60. So these are about $20-25 a figure, depending on which ones you get. Frostlight was over $100, but again, if you look at the scale of it, he is perfectly in scale with these guys for them to ride in. The wolves were about $70. So this is not a cheap line, but I can say you kind of get what you pay for. I know this, again, this is not my traditional review. It's kind of more of an overview to things, but look at this. I can fold up the weapon here, and I can mount. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to take off the hands here. See how the weapon here folds up, and then I can actually mount it on his back. So if he's like trudging through, he can do so. Even though this is back heavy, have him lean forward, he'll still be able to support it. I mean, this is just lends itself to a lot of fun. If you are into action figure photography, absolutely can do a smaller scale army. And I mentioned we've got the other forces. What is interesting though, I don't know who these guys are fighting against. There is a story, if you go on their website, of the different lands on there. They've learned Neville, Vec, Sherivar. The Archecore themselves are apparently the vehicles, which are ancient, like life-infused vehicles. It's life-infused mechs. It's very, very interesting. But when I first got my hands on these, it was just honestly a joy to pose something like this. Now I've got the gun off of him, we can kind of talk about, like, how would I paint this guy? You know, I'd put a little silver on the horns, maybe. Definitely take some dry brushing and bring some black out here. A little on the rivets here, maybe weather down the feet just to make him look like he's been out in battle. It's just, these are just neat. If you guys are collectors and you've got a friend who's got some of these, or heck, you know, order a set from Big Bad Toy Store or Chosen Prime. It's almost worth getting your hands on at least one set just to see what it's like. You've got little soldiers. These would go great running from your MP figures, so you could still use them. I might not be doing photos graphed with 6-inch scale, but with your Masterpiece Transformers and such, you could probably use these. If you are a fan of the 40K aesthetic and you don't want to get into the Joy Toy stuff, absolutely I can recommend this. And again, if this is not your thing, not a bad thing. You're not missing out. But if you do like your futuristic warriors, give these guys a try. Like I said, they'll be, when you go to a TF Con, usually Chosen Prime's got these. Now, a lot of people are starting to carry them. Anyone who carries the Toy Alliance stuff. And it's just something flat out different. But let me know your thoughts. You know, again, give us some comments down here. Dave, I want to see more of these. Again, actually, Kato's collection and Deluxe Baldwin. Oh my gosh, he's got a full overview of this stuff. You know, go tell him I sent you. Or if you want to see my stuff, I'll let you know. Speaking of stuff to see, of course, you can catch me on TikTok at True Starscreamer, and I will be doing a room tour, hopefully, if not this week, in the near future. So let me know things you want to see. Thank you very much, you guys, for following me on this stuff. It is fun getting back into reviews, and yeah, we do it all for you. So hopefully we'll catch you guys at Figure Action, or we'll catch you on the next review. Till next time, peace.